Turn right onto Totten Pond Road. Turn right toward Totten Pond Road.
This property is protected by video surveillance, really, bro? Oh, thanks. Yeah, I agree. I believe it. Digital ID. Oh, I know what you're talking about. Basically, are you referring to people being able to identify someone with AI? I assume. Yeah, I saw those sunglasses that are the new and how should I say it, sophisticated AI, where when you wear them on your eyes, you can basically identify everybody who walks by you. Yeah, we need to team up. Yeah, TIs need to team up for protection for sure. Yeah, it's actually really scary, this world, especially when you're a TI, because, you know, everybody is willing to sell out at the drop of a hat and be a part of the new and be a part of the new generation. They're willing to sell out and be a proponent of artificial intelligence so quick, just so they can make a quick buck. No one cares about us Luddites anymore. Us Luddites are looked at as if we're losers when we're not. We just want to preserve uh, traditional values in terms of electronics, or not even, well, yeah, electronics. Um, and we just want to preserve culture that existed before AI. Well, it's new and improved AI, that is. Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah, you have to watch out for others. They're in it for themselves mostly. Yeah, my dad, he grew up in this town. He unfortunately ended his own life in May 2023. He was 70. So I'm here retracing my roots, or my father's roots. Yeah, I believe that he did it because of a conspiracy. I sort of believe that he did it because of a conspiracy. Like the night that he did it, um, I was talking badly about him through my phone, and he was a neoconservative, so he very well could have been in a group chat with people who monitor me through my phone, because I included him in the FBI reports. And so I was talking really badly about him that night because I was frustrated over the fact that he left my mom and did other stuff to anger me. And then a few hours later, he hung himself. I believe it. Yeah, he very well could have been being tormented by outer forces or outside forces. 100%. Now that I conquered that hill, my legs and feet don't feel as inflamed. That was a warm up. Oh, we have a group over here. What time is it on the clock? Oh, it's 1:41. This could be street theater, folks. I'm turning around. Yeah, it's street theater. Wow, I didn't think that. I thought the gang stalking, it stopped for a couple of days. Like it wasn't happening at specific times, but 1:41 on the clock, bam, they're doing street theater. And then when it was 1:21 on the clock, there was an adult daycare center handicapped vehicle driving by to basically spite me in a subliminal manner. That's what they usually do because they're mocking me, considering the fact that during high school and middle school, I had to ride in a short bus and I got kicked out of school because of my behavioral problems. And I was sent to a remedial slash behavioral school for delinquents slash derelicts. My dad, yeah, avoid all street theater for sure. I'm glad I'm here. Legit, my dad would love that I'm here. He probably went here all the time. Yeah, I've grown a lot since I first started getting gang stalked in 2021. I've been able to maintain my sanity and composure to some extent without getting angry at everyone. It took about 11 to 12 mental hospital stays, but I've become mentally strong and I know I have to keep my composure and I can't afford to go crazy because that's when they'll use it against me and put me back in the psych ward. Sup, boy? Street, yeah, avoid all street theater. Yeah, they want to make me feel guilty about it. I'm a Jewish TI, by the way, which is an anomaly. Most Jews do everything they're told. Actually, shit, I can't be talking about this because they'll report me. I mean, I didn't even say anything that bad. I'm Jewish, so my mom is Jewish. My dad, he was a Catholic, Irish/Lithuanian Catholic, and my mom is a German Jew. Yeah, we got a TI. We got some sick person who joined. How do I? Hi. Yeah, most people around here, they're not bad, but again, you're gonna find a few people who are a part of the gang stalking group. For example, the street theater. I mean, that may have not been street theater, but it very well could have been. It more than likely was because I mean, maybe they knew I would arrive there at 1:41 on the clock, and so whenever there's an angel number on the clock, especially they know that I record all the angel numbers down in my phone on my Samsung Notes. So they're trolling me. I mean, I know my buddy gang stalking by the numbers. He tells me that it happens at when it's 27 on the clock or when it's like 11. What is it? 11:04 or something. Two. One times one equals two. Then 04 is four. So 24/7 surveillance. Yeah, he's looking for intel and data. Yeah, and so whenever there's an angel number on the clock, the gang stalkers and the government, they know that I record all the angel numbers down in my Samsung Notes every day since January 1st, 2025. I've been recording every angel number I see down in my Samsung Notes, and they know that because more than likely they are neocons and they're Judeo-Christians, and they think that angel numbers are a part of the occult. And um, obviously, it's not traditional to believe in angel numbers according to people who deem everybody who believes in them as satanic occultists, which is really arrogant of them because I believe in Jesus the Messiah, but I also believe in angel numbers. Only God can judge me. They act like they're God. They try to portray themselves as God. The government tries to play God. The British government, or the British government, the United States of America, the government in the United States government, the Canadian government. They try to play God, and their diplomatic ties to Israel are insanely ridiculous. Um, they're too loyal to Israel. They support their Zionists. Anybody who speaks out against the Zog is deemed as a threat to the establishment and therefore gets gang stalked. But it's not, they don't just get gang stalked because of that, though. I believe it. And I know that was probably, I'm not trying to sound smart. I'm not the smartest person and I'm not the dumbest person either. All I know is that the United States government, the Canadian government, the British government, they try to play God. They're blind loyalists for Israel, meaning they're Zionists, hardcore ones at that. And anybody who speaks out against Israel and takes a stand against it are considered threats to the establishment and therefore are monitored through their electronic devices. I would say I'm awake. My awareness is very strong. That's one part of my intelligence that is really impressive, to say the least. I'm very aware. However, my memory is not what it once was. I have trouble paying attention to things I can't read. Well, I can read, sorry, but I have trouble remembering everything I read because of my ADHD. My brain is a selective sponge, and I only remember things that interest me and are appealing. But when I read stuff that is boring to me, I forget it instantly after reading it, or reading an entire page or article, if you will. Reading an entire page out of a book or an article, if you will. Yeah, you know what's so funny? You're gonna laugh about this. Yeah, private property, they can't go on, but they can hover over it with helicopters. And I've experienced that, but I don't own any property, but you're gonna laugh about this. So, my mother, she's Jewish, and therefore my family, they're German Jews. Um, and I just heard a beep at 151, of course. Yep, I'm being gang stalked. Wow. Wow. I didn't think it was still happening, but no, basically when I went to the B'nai B'rith cemetery in Worcester and I visited my grandmother's grave, I snuck underneath the fence. Like I went on the ground on my stomach and I had to crawl underneath the fence. And the gang stalkers couldn't get to me because the Jewish cemetery at the B'nai B'rith cemetery, the Jewish section, is locked. So I hold that privilege and they don't. And I'm not trying to be arrogant or sanctimonious or anything like that. I'm just like other white people who are being gang stalked and other white people at the bottom. I'm homeless. I have to stay in hotels. I've been in homeless shelters, so I'm not some pretentious, smug elitist or anything like that, like other Jewish people are, unfortunately. A lot of them are narcissistic cult members. I'm not. But I just found that funny that since I have Jewish ancestry in me, I was able to go into the cemetery that was locked without getting arrested. I snuck in and intruded. I was trespassing, and I didn't even get arrested. But yeah, no, I'm a Jewish TI, which is an anomaly because most Jews are loyalists to Israel. Like 95% of Jews support Israel. I'm a part of the 5% who doesn't. I have to thank my mother and my father for not raising me religiously. It helped me choose what I want. They gave me a lot of freedom, maybe too much freedom growing up. My mom is a liberal, and my dad, he was was a conservative. Oh, I don't have one. I don't have. No one will hire me. I'm blackballed because of my views. I'm blackballed from working. I've had 2 interviews in less than 3 weeks, and both of them refused to hire me. Yeah, I'm blackballed. Oh, of course. Yeah, Palestinian people don't deserve what they're going through. It's a shame. It's deplorable stuff. It's like deplorable people justifying deplorable actions. I can't get behind it for the life of me. I'm trying to earn survivor benefits. I have a meeting with the administrative law judge next year in March or April 2026. Um, so that's something, but it's taken forever. My dad ended his life in May 2023. Yet it's taken. I first applied for survivor benefits in December or November 2023. It's taken 2 years, over 2 years, to get this, and I've been denied twice. And I had to file an appeal twice. Hopefully, I get it, but and I have court on December 4th. No, I understand why you delete the messages. Yeah, I sacrificed. I'm not trying to talk about myself that much. I don't know much about you, so where you're from, Massachusetts. That's cool. Yeah, I don't mean to sound narcissistic talking about myself so much. I was just trying to tell you my life story or whatever. But I was just gonna say one more thing. I sacrificed a lot for the greater good. I sacrificed my own reputation. I spoke out. I spoke out against corruption in my hometown, Middleton, Massachusetts. I spoke out against a lot of corruption. There's obviously Freemasonry going on there in Middleton. I sacrificed my own reputation. I sacrificed my sanity, and I did it because I wanted to fight back and resist against evil, corrupt group mentality possessing people. That's pretty much it. On the South Shore, I have family out there. My family and my uncle, he lives in Hull, my Jewish uncle. He's a part of the gang stalking, though. My Jewish uncle, I know that him and his family are a part of the gang stalking. He lives in Hull, Massachusetts, which is next to Quincy. Yeah, no, I help the home. I understand that completely. That's terrible. No, good. I'm glad that you did the right thing. That's good. You're a good person. I also help the homeless. Um, Whenever I see a homeless person panhandling, if I have any cash on me, I usually use my debit card for most purchases, but sometimes I'll have cash on me and I give it to this one guy in Danvers, Mass. Whenever I'm in Danvers, Massachusetts, I see that one individual panhandling and I give him money. We're good friends with one another. Yeah, the water in Nantasket Beach is nice. Yeah, I didn't go to Thanksgiving at my Jewish uncle's house. Um, I'm never going back, to be honest with you. The last time I saw him was in 2023. And I'm not trying to sound narcissistic or anything. I'm trying to be a hero for my Jewish people on my mom's side of the family. And I'm trying to do the right thing. Instead of supporting Israel, I'm choosing not to, and I support Palestine 100%. A homeless TI did that to you? Wow, that's messed up, bro. Yeah, homeless people have stolen from me too. A homeless person stole my $300 shoes. They stole when I was at the homeless shelter, the Respite in Danvers, the Elliott Community Human Services Respite Shelter in Danvers. They took my energy drinks. They took my food, clothing. They stole as well. They took a lot from me, actually. Yeah, I spent Thanksgiving alone as well. Yeah, I trust myself too. I've learned to learn. I've learned how to become alone, I've learned how to enjoy being alone. I have to be on social media a lot though because I don't want to lose my sanity and not connect with the world or whatever. So I'm on Twitter a lot. I'm on X, and I'm on YouTube a lot. and I say some opinionated stuff. I would even go as far as saying politically incorrect things. And the stuff I say has gotten me thrown in the mental hospital multiple times. However, every time I come out of the mental hospital, I continue to exercise my First Amendment right and speak my mind, even if they try to silence me by throwing me in a mental hospital. I'm just going to come back out and continue to say the same stuff. Oh, thank you. Yeah. I do lives. I'm not worried about what they're going to do. Maybe I shouldn't have talked about having court on the 4th. Sometimes I'm too loud and I say too much information. So that's my downfall. I'm too loud and I say too much. I shouldn't have told people that I did have court on the 4th, but whatever. It's too late now. Oh, yeah, my sister, she's a librarian for the federal government. She works as a librarian for a library that's a part of the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. So she has a restraining order against me, and she constantly monitors my social media pages just to see what I'm saying. I wouldn't be surprised if she's watching right now. Yeah, I unfortunately was doxxed a few years back. I don't really care about it that much anymore, but at the same time, though, the advice I want to give to younger kids, especially, but everyone, is not to broadcast your name. Don't make the same mistakes that I've made. Yep. Yeah, the purpose, someone he's been harassing me for 5 years. He's been doxing me for like 5 years. He won't leave me alone. He has some obsession with me for some reason. He's not gonna do anything, at least nothing that he hasn't already done. Nothing he does even matters at this point. Yeah, no, there is some jealousy with him. He more than likely is, some unattractive, ugly person inside and out who may or may not have a hard life and is not as doesn't have an easy of a life as I have. Not that my life is that easy right now anyway. My life is pretty difficult right now, actually. Not severely difficult, but pretty difficult nonetheless. Yeah, no, I'm tired of these motherfuckers, but it is what it is. I hope so too. It's what I'm trying to collect isn't SSDI. It's called survivor benefits. It's not the same as oh, actually, well, it sort of is similar, but it's not quite the same. Survivor benefits are the benefits that widows of Army veterans want to earn, and people like this, the offspring of people who died who were disabled before the age of 22, which I indeed was, try to earn. So if you were disabled before the age of 22 and after the age of 18, you can earn survivor benefits off of your loved one who passed away. So hopefully I can earn those survivor benefits. I plan on going in front of the administrative law judge at the Office of Hearings Operations in Lawrence, Mass, sometime next year. Yeah, that's what I plan on doing. I'm gonna try to get an attorney, one who is pro bono, a pro bono attorney. Yeah, this gang stalking shit is crazy because the old me, I would have panicked and never have left my house. I knew I was in too deep, even as far back as 2022, early 2022. I knew I was in too deep. However, I don't care that anymore. I'm doing my best to get out of the deep end and make it over to the shallow end. But I certainly am in too deep. I chose to notify the Central Intelligence Agency, the Federal Bureau of Investigation, the National Security Agency, the Department of Defense, and many other people about my situation. And instead of helping me, they conspired against me. Too many feds. Look at that moon. Moon during the daytime. Yeah, most people, they want to leave Massachusetts around this time of year. They they hate the weather. They hate the cold weather. I actually like the fall though. I like the fall for some reason. Obviously I like the summer too, but the fall is really nice. The moon is a simulation. I don't know if I believe that per se. I mean, anything is possible. That's sort of a far-fetched one. I'm not trying to judge you or anything I'm not trying to judge you in a condescending manner or anything like that, but I don't think I believe that one. I also don't believe that birds and other animals have cameras placed in their eyes. I do believe in MK Ultra. I believe that the government has the ability to read your mind. I believe in direct energy weapons, and I believe in witchcraft. Like satanic rituals, witchcraft, Haitian voodoo, etc. I do believe in those things. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. That's unfortunate. Going from being a lawyer to a TI and becoming homeless. Lawyers are very successful and make a decent amount of money, but the fact that she sacrificed her money to speak out against whatever corruption or whatever, I don't know what she did to become a TI, but that's unfortunate. She was a lawyer. Hopefully she can escape this corrupt society somehow and not by deletion. The POC, I'll check it out. Yeah, I think they are doing something. I don't think the moon and the sun are a simulation. I do believe in chemtrails. I have seen a helicopter fly towards the sun before. I've seen helicopters. Maybe you're right. Maybe you could be right because I've seen helicopters flying towards the sun before, which is creepy to say the least. I have a video back when I was getting targeted a lot more than I ever was of a helicopter flying towards the sun. Yeah, witches are evil as fuck, man. I have videos on my channel exposing witchcraft. No, I believe it. I believe that they are, well, I will tell you this. When the moon was out back in March 2025, I heard a spiritual ear ringing. And I hear sometimes spiritual ear ringings. However, the government also tries to confuse me by sending ringing frequencies into my ear to make me think that it's God and the spirits giving me a ringing, when in reality it's the government trying to trick me and sending ringing frequency sounds into my brain or my ears. Yeah, you have to do your best not to or to decipher whether it's a ringing from God, a spiritual ringing from God, or a ringing frequency from the government. It's pretty easy because the ringing frequencies from the government are irksome and irritating, whereas the spiritual ringing are calm and peaceful and sound pretty. I saw a government contractor talk about how they see through every animal's eyes. Damn, that's messed up. I guess I don't want to believe that because it's terrifying. And plus I am a tad bit skeptical because it seems so far-fetched, but anything is possible. I have an open mind. I'm not intolerant like most of these pricks are. I'll definitely look into it. We definitely do. Yeah, I didn't start getting targeted until uh when was it? I want to say 2021, summer of 2021, when I started to speak. Well, I didn't notice I was being targeted until summer of 2021 when I made a bunch of FBI reports about online harassment. However, I actually believe I've been being targeted since 2018 when I had a falling out with some female who was incredibly spiteful. I wronged her. I treated her badly, and I know I shouldn't have. Um, but she told me that she would burn me. She told me that she had the ability to contact all my relatives, find all my information. She's a hacker. She's some sort of hacker. And she told me that she has the ability to burn me. And so she more than likely contacted all my relatives and friends back in 2018. And she sent them pictures of my private parts and other stuff like that. It's creepy as fuck. Or here comes a mental hospital ambulance. Yeah, they usually send those around to try to intimidate me and tell me you could easily go back to the mental hospital if you continue going down this path. They always send ambulances by at specific times, like at 1:51 on the clock, 2:22. A lot of the times they do it when angel numbers are on the clock, when the angel numbers are on the clock, and they basically are letting me know that you could go back to the psych ward at any time. You've already been there 12 times because of this conspiracy crap you're spouting out, and other stuff like losing your temper and getting angry and saying violent things. So if you continue down this path, we're going to put you back in there. You better take your medication. You better take your medication and be a good boy. It's like that's not in my nature. I'm not capable of being a submissive little person who won't speak out and won't fight back. I'm not good at doing that or being that kind of person. Oh, that's where my dad went to school. It must be Waltham High School or something. Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, no, that is true. Yeah, the sirens do happen for me as well.
Turn right onto Lexington Street.
Whenever I say something they don't like, the sirens happening. When I was at the Lowell homeless shelter last year in November 2024, I was talking about Nick Berg, the Jewish man who went to the Middle East and was a radio tower operator, and he was beheaded by jihadi terrorists or jihadists. I was talking about that, and then all of a sudden the sirens started happening out of nowhere. And I wish right now, I guess I'm talking out of my ass too, or not talking out of my ass. Maybe I'm saying too much, and people might start to say, oh, he's crazy. Look, he's not talking in a careful way. He's not choosing his words carefully. So therefore he is not targeted. And in fact, he's not targeted. He's actually schizophrenic. Don't listen to him. No, that's not the case. I guess I'm just not choosing my words carefully right now. My dad more than likely has been around these areas back in the 60s. I miss my dad. I'm sort of numb about it. I don't cry that much about his death. We were estranged, but I miss him. Whenever I think about him, I do miss him, actually, even though him and I didn't get along too well. But yeah, I get the sirens. Yeah, I really do. When I was talking about Nick Berg, the the Jewish kid or the Jewish man who went to the Middle East back in 2003 at the worst time possible to work as a radio tower operator there and learn more about why September 11th actually happened. He was kidnapped by jihadists and beheaded. And when I was talking about that back in November 2024, I heard sirens out of nowhere. I heard sirens out of nowhere. And it was like a specific time on the clock. It was when I was at the Lowell homeless shelter. Yeah, other people who are against the targeting, they've also said the same thing. Thank you. Yeah, he's in heaven. He definitely was a part of the gang stalking group, even though he probably didn't want to be. He was forced to because of some reason. I don't know why. I'm not supposed to know why. I'm the victim in this situation. There's the Waltham police. Yeah, they really do. And it's really irritating trying to explain it to my family who don't believe me.
Turn left onto Summer Street.
They just label me as schizophrenic or paranoid. I try to tell my family, I try to tell them in the most coherent way that doesn't make me seem crazy. I choose my words carefully when I explain to my family that I'm being gang stalked, and they still just call me paranoid. That's why my entire family is split up. And that black person is smirking at me. More than likely, he's a perp. Yeah, that guy's smirking at me too. It's 2:22 on the clock. I agree, we do need to. My mom thinks it's my mom thinks it's good that I get put into mental hospitals. She thinks I need help instead of actually helping me by caring about me and trying to hear me out and research about and doing some research about infragard and gang stalking itself. Instead of that, she would rather just write me off as crazy and paranoid. I'm alone. I have no one. It's like well, not really, because more people are starting to wake up. Yeah, more and more people are starting to wake up and whatnot. So, yeah, my mom won't believe me when I tell her my neighbors or our neighbors are spying on us. My Jamaican neighbor, he drove by at when it was 6:16 on the clock with his father. They both drove by when I was in the area, and I knew. I just knew that he's a part of the gang stalking group. All right, yeah, for sure. I'll contact you somehow. I don't want to give out my email because most of my emails have been put on the dark web because of this bullshit. I receive spam emails all the time. All right, I'll get a pen and paper somehow. Yep. Oh, okay. Yeah, this is where my dad went to school, more than likely. Oh, yeah. Yeah. They don't have my mom, I don't think. But my mom is just too unaware to even understand where I'm coming from. She's not a part of it, but she just won't believe me. That's the thing. My mom has a closed mind and she doesn't believe me. She thinks I'm crazy. But she's not a part of it. I think my sister might be. My sister very well could be a part of it. Same with my brother, too. Because I saw the other day, I saw my brother, where my brother works, I saw his workplace vehicle drive by. Someone, obviously it wasn't him, but I saw it drive by at a specific time, and that was sort of a indicator letting me know that my brother might be in on this crap. My mom is actually the only person who isn't in on it, and yet she won't believe me. She's so naive. All she does is smoke weed and drink alcohol all night. And she doesn't think that our relatives would be a part of this crap.
Turn right onto Summer Street.
She doesn't think that our neighbors would be a part of this crap either. And she doesn't think our neighbors would be a part of this crap either. Oh, yeah. Yeah, man, I gotta get a job so I can afford hotels. Because I know damn well I'm not going home to my mom's house anytime soon. There's a restraining order. And a no contact order. Fuck the system. Fuck the bureaucrats. They're fucking assholes. Fuck the bureaucratic pricks. Fuck the police. They're a bunch of bureaucrats. Fuck the courts. Fuck it all. Fuck them all. They want to separate my family. They don't give a fuck about my mom, even though there is a restraining order and a no contact order. These motherfuckers don't give a shit about my mom. They just are doing their job and everything by the book. Fuck them. Look, there's a Commonwealth of Massachusetts flag everywhere. The government is in our lives.
Turn right onto Lyman Street.
More than ever. Look at that. Another Commonwealth of Massachusetts flag. That's how much the government is in our lives, Ben. It's fucking retarded. We got government. We got the Commonwealth of Massachusetts flags at hotels. At what is this? Renew Waltham probably calls our apartments. The government is too involved in our lives. Seriously. She would love. She wants to, but I don't think she would care. She misses me, but I'm sure she wants to. I didn't even notice that. Oh, maybe I could catch up to him. 2:32 on the clock. What does it say? The peck pocket. Could this be a subliminal? Let's see. No, it's just a coincidence. The peg pocket. But yeah, this is where my dad used to work. The KFC. This was my dad's first ever job. Right here. Thank you, bro. Appreciate it.
Do you have lemonade in the machine? Okay.
Yeah, can I please have
With me on the video.
I'm not.
You know what we're doing is video.
Can I please have a 3-piece number 7?
You know, original or crispy?
Original.
Good size.
Coleslaw and potato wedges.
That's all.
Yes, please. And a drink, obviously, comes with it.
14 editions.
Thank you. Yeah, I probably gotta go. It was nice meeting you. I don't think it worked, to be honest with you. Perfect. Thank you.
Want more ice?
Excuse me, ma'am. Thank you. I agree. It is one of the better ones. I got some raspberry brisk iced tea.
I think it's better now. See you guys. You don't like it? I'm gonna put a little bit more ice. You don't like it? Oh. I think it'll be okay.
Anyway, take care. See you later.